Said it before and I'll say it again. I kind of like Asmongold. It's not so much like I'm like subscribed to the guy, don't watch any of his streams, but whenever I see him come across my feed when it comes to a controversial statement, like outside of the one that ended up getting him banned, where I'm diametrically opposed to him on, I think that he's generally, based. I think of the popular talking heads, he's the one that actually has a good head on his shoulders. He'll be the guy who takes a strong stance. If you agree with it or not, he will at least lay out his thought process on it, and it's probably why he's amassed such a large following, and because he takes hard stances and they don't align with a lot of internet weirdos. He's been subject to some very, very strange cancellation attempts, some very strange feuds as of recently, and one that came in regard to Pirate Software and him sitting down for a conversation. Now, I'm not familiar with Pirate Software at all, okay? I'm not saying that in so much as like I want to distance myself. No, I don't know who this individual is. I just seen this controversy pop up for the sheer mind-melting crime of having a conversation on a stream. Like, I thought we were past that at this point, and just how feckless this cancellation attempt has been on both sides just kind of lets you know that we are really in the death throes of these internet freaks trying to get people canceled, trying to get people losing their sponsorships or losing their standing in industry. I think we're slowly crawling back to normalcy. It's gonna take a while because I still see some spurious lawsuits getting filed, and as much as I detest Neil Gaiman, it's like at this point in time, bro, they're still just accusations at this point in time. It just really seems like a lot of retroactive consent being pulled because there wasn't enough ladder rungs to climb for some clout chasing 304s. But talking about Pirate Software here real quick, a lot of people are mad that I talked to Asmongold recently about Ashes of Creation. Yeah, talking to one of the biggest gaming pundits about the new game that you have coming out. I mean, if you have the opportunity, you better take it. So I can see all of your comments and messages about this through YouTube and here on Twitter. In this instance, another creator made a disparaging video, of course they did, about the game, and Asmon didn't have enough game knowledge to talk about it, and he hadn't had a chance to play it. This immediately makes the audience have a negative opinion of something with nobody there to say otherwise. I have 500 hours in the game, and refuted the video made by the other creator, as Asmon's channel was a flashpoint for this. It makes sense to talk to him about the situation and clear the air of bullshit. We did this live on Twitch the same day it happened, and yeah, that's the way that adults deal with this stuff. If you think that there's a miscommunication, you just hash it out. That's the way the guys used to do this stuff. But because we live in such a feminized society, instead of just going out there and, squaring up to some guy and going, hey, here's the facts on this. You want to talk this out publicly? You want to do it privately first? How you want to approach this? Because here's the facts. You got it wrong in this situation. We can go ahead and clear this up if you just want to be right. Would you rather be happy or would you rather be right? And because society at large prioritizes feelings over all else, I won't even just say facts, okay? Because the feminized approach to the world is to find this perfect homeostasis of happiness, trying to find the base level of happiness at all points in time. Facts become a very deleterious approach to the perceived balance of the world, but because Asmongold and apparently Pirate Software are cut from a different cloth, people are big mad about this, and it's like they're just trying to get to the bottom of a situation. They're just trying to be honest about what's going on, okay, in the internet of today. I don't say something, then the room will fill up with people who do. I chose to help set the record straight on this, and I'm glad to have done so. If you want to cancel me for talking to him, that's fine. I would do this again, given the chance the developers don't deserve unwarranted hate. Yeah, exactly, and yeah, by all accounts, they hash things out appropriately, and these little lame-ass attempts, you support a guy who has the incredibly correct take of saying, everybody else talking about hoflation, but it's actually the opposite. I used to be able to go to a GameStop or Target and see hot bitches working there every day. Now it's just hogs. Why? Because those girls are at home doing OnlyFans now instead of working. I mean, that's like as based as it gets. Just think to yourself real quick, when was the last time you went to the grocery store or anything like that and just seen a bad bitch working the till? Okay, stocking shelves or Hell, I don't know. I don't really go to restaurants like that anymore, but when was the last time you seen a cute girl waiting tables or anything like that? No, that just doesn't happen anymore. You're mostly replaced by somebody that can barely speak English. And the only time that you might catch a 6 or a 7 out there in the wild is if they're out there buying makeup at a CVS or up in Canada in Shoppers Drug Mart. There's a little bit of a hack for you. But no. You got flags, trans flags in bio. Probably got one of these do-it-yourselfers with an X-Acto knife, out here thinking that they really got something on the guy. But in fact, he's just as absolutely correct as it gets. And I think it's very important to just take a look at Asmongold's name bar. Okay, listen, I sort of use Twitter, okay? I mostly just use it as a news aggregator at this point in time. I don't really post all that much. So what's the place where you put your name and you got the check marks in the other boxes that are right there? Just pay attention to that here real quick. Not his handle. That doesn't change, but just pay attention to the little blue check mark and then also the red controller thing, okay? Because that's gonna play into the next little feud that's going on. That is, I legitimately don't even know what the fuck is going on here, okay? Because Elon Musk he's been on a tear in the new year, okay? When it came to the H-1B visa stuff, he kind of had a broad... here's my take on this. I didn't do a video on it mostly because you're getting into that political minutia where, I know I got an opinion on it when it comes to, just the broad swipes and broad strokes view of this stuff. It's like, okay, cool. If you're legitimately bringing in people that want what's best for your country and they happen to be somewhere else and they have legit desires and they are somebody that can contribute to society, yeah, bringing in those people, that's important. But not understanding that there's just a lot of mid to low level jobs that are getting staffed by a bunch of people that can also take care of it if they're working in Bangladesh. I think you can probably leave them over there. I'm just saying, and especially when the data starts coming out and you start realizing that, there's one country specifically, my friend, that really gets a lot of that treatment. Starts to make it seem like you're kind of light on the facts and too arrogant to admit where you're wrong. And that's kind of what we're getting here with Elon Musk, who has shown himself to have incredibly thin skin. And it doesn't really make sense because, okay, here's the thing. Okay, just put yourself in Elon Musk's very expensive shoes for a second. You're the richest man on earth. Maybe behind Trump, or depending on the day, you're the most famous man on earth, okay? A large segment of the population thinks that you're really cool, has a generally positive view of you. You own the fastest growing, one of the most influential, arguably, especially with Zuckerberg's moves here over the past couple of the weeks, the most influential social media platform. You own it outright. And you're getting butthurt about somebody calling you out for potentially boosting one of your dungeon crawlers? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, bro, you're working on a third miracle to become a saint, for Christ's sakes. You made electric cars cool. You privatized space travel. You got Donald Trump elected again. What the fuck else do you want? You're a high-level gamer as well on top of that. And yeah, okay, this is all about Path of Exile 2, okay? Asmongold calls out Elon Musk, says he'll stream on X/Twitter for an entire year straight if Tesla CEO can prove he personally leveled up his top-ranking Path of Exile 2 account. And here's the thing, okay? If Elon just simply, okay, instead of just grinding 70, 80, 90 hours to get the appropriate equipment to do the high-level shit that he wants to do in the game, if he pays some Jeet out there on a fucking personal assistant web service, who gives a shit? You're still the one at the end of the day, okay? You're still the one doing the high-end stuff. If you're the guy who has the fast-twitch muscle fibers to pull off all of that high-end shit, fantastic stuff. You're still the one who has the skill. You just couldn't be bothered to waste all of that time because, I don't know, you're going to space, okay? You're going to be accepting a high-level government job, for Christ's sakes. You're about to open up a brand new branch of the government, going through all of the data and figuring out how to make the free world function better. If you don't have time to just simply point and click to get to the spot in the game that you want to play, that's totally fine, bro. It doesn't matter. You don't have to get so petty with a guy who hasn't left his house in like 5 fucking years. What are you doing? Are you 6? Does your age correspond with how many kids you have? And also, all the kids that you should be spending more time with them instead of getting into internet beefs with perpetually online. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? In response to a number of oddities raised by his recent live stream of the game, Elon Musk has been challenged by popular Twitch Twitch streamer, YouTube streamer, commentator, Asmongold. He's been challenged by Asmongold. He had to back up his claim that he is one of the world's top-ranked Path of Exile 2 players. Okay, developed by Grinding Gear Games and released into early access on December 6th. Yeah, Path of Exile has been, Path of Exile 2 specifically, well, and the original when it first came out, very, very, very popular games. I think it's still, like, it's definitely in the top 5. It might even be in the top 3 best-selling Steam games right now, and it's, yeah, in early access. The second entry into the Path of Exile series builds upon predecessors' foundations and presents players with a dungeon-crawling experience of massive proportions, with a full 6-act campaign preceding a sprawling endgame featuring hundreds of randomly generated maps, filled edge to edge with corrupted forces of Count Janor. I don't know what any of that stuff means. I just know what those games entail, and that's why I respect them, but I keep them over there because I understand that that's a big old time commitment that I'm just not willing to dump into. But we do know, especially because of how many kids that he has, we know that Elon Musk has, he has quite the proclivity to be dumping in things. Given his noted love of Diablo 4, where, yeah, he was, at one point in time, he had the world record for one of the, or for the toughest raid. Like, oh shucks. You wanted to go do something comparative in the brand new game that's out there that you like. You just didn't have enough hours in the day, and not like how you have some chicks that are out there. It's like, oh my god, I just don't have the time today because you had to lay around in bed for 18 hours, take a couple of selfies to post on Instagram in order to send off to a simp to get enough money to, get some DoorDash for the day. How they don't have enough time. No, this is a guy who's successfully running 3 of like the 10 biggest companies in the world. And yeah, also, he's got the ear of the incoming president. The guy's a bit tight on time. Musk stumbled his way through January 7th livestream. Franchise fans began to note several oddities and then called his claim of being one of the game's best players as reasoned by his level 97 account being among the top 10 highest in the entire world into question. Okay. While a full in-depth rundown of the situation would likely come across as near incomprehensible to non-Path of Exile players, a streamer Quinn TV provided a succinct rundown of the situation via a video uploaded to his personal Quinn69 TV YouTube channel, bluntly titled, "Elon Musk is lying about being good at video games." Okay, cool. Very clickbaity, very shareable, probably a fairly viral video. Elon Musk's character is currently in 97, aka rank 12 on hardcore. That's, yeah, permanent death mode. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Trade league, the in-game term for seasonal league that allows for co-op play. Oh, okay. Said the streamer 2 weeks into the league and people are playing the game. Literally, they're staying up 40 to 50 hours without sleeping. Yeah, again, that's another reason why nope, ain't playing these games, because I know that I would have a desire to want to be the best. It's just not doing it. Yeah, and they're the sweatiest in the world, the highest ranked player in a hardcore league. Trade league was a level 93, and you're thinking to yourself, kind of close. Oh, that's kind of close. 97. He continued. Every time you level up, it becomes exponentially harder to gain experience. A lot harder. Okay, and these players get to 97, and they're playing the game every day for a majority of their day. Okay, so yeah, currently is the highest ranked player. Quinn TV then inquired, moving to pull up a profile of the relevant player. Naxon number 8017. They're level 97, same as Elon Musk. Text clarification added. The video itself corrects the record by noting that the video's editing said player is now level 98. So I figure he's effectively just been doing nothing except playing PoE. Enter Asmongold. Unequivocally, without a doubt, if Elon Musk can prove he's played his account to 97, I will stream on X starting the day that he proves it for an entire year straight when challenged to the Tesla CEO. Every single stream that I do, I will. Well, I multi-stream, also stream to Twitch too, right? After issuing the challenge, Asmongold further questioned to his followers, I don't know why Elon Musk did this. Well, I do know why. It's an ego thing, right? But I don't think that it's the right decision to make, and I think it was stupid for him to have done this. The fact is that people respect authenticity more than they respect success. Exactly. I don't think that there's anybody that really gives that much of a shit about being really good at video games. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's cool, right? Like, nobody doubts the authenticity of Elon Musk and Diablo 4. Like, he's talked about his passion for the game before, and yeah, he comes out and he has, some of the best times and the best accomplishments in the game. And it's like, okay, cool. That's awesome. Like, on top of being a super genius, the world's richest man, one of the most successful people in history, he's also a god-tier gamer. Well, that's fantastic. It's just, I didn't need another game, okay? Like, I don't know if he's being honest about this. I don't really actually care. It's just, it's the response to this, okay, after Asmongold lays out the challenge, and then them going back and forth, and it ultimately leading to Elon being so petty as to leak DMs. Like, bro, we got PC Gamer talking about this stuff. Elon Musk and Amazon, or I'm sorry, that's the way I read that, because he's been cozying up to, in order to deflect from the situation, cozying up to Jeff Bezos. Like, the fuck is going on here? Those should be those conversations, those high-end guys with a bunch of money and a bunch of resources working together how to further society and humanity in the United States of America. Can we make that stuff work out instead of Elon getting butthurt about getting called out for playing a video game? Like, whatever, man. But yeah, Elon Musk and Asmongold are beefing over who the best gamer really is. And not really, it's just Asmongold just going, Elon, I think you're cap, and Elon just going, no, I got DMs with you. Wait, what? So it leaks DMs, which I don't care who this is, okay? Because generally speaking, I think like a 75-25. I think Elon Musk is right about things. Every once in a while he does something completely flumpy. This happens to be one of those things. I'm not going to be one of those nut huggers that thinks that he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, but I do give him the respect that he deserves. But whenever anybody leaks DMs, they immediately lose stock in my books. This is just a scummy thing, unless it's important, okay? Unless Elon was challenged to prove the authenticity about having conversation with somebody beforehand, okay? Specifically having DMs with somebody, leaking DMs is never a winning move. So he shows bits and pieces of the conversation. Okay, so you can obviously see that there's a thumbs up and potentially another emoticon under there as well. But I'm going to see if my editors, this is from Asmongold, who doesn't have a check mark, doesn't also have that red controller. That's important to this conversation as well. I'm going to see if my editors might want to make a second account for it. Even sure, who are your mysterious editors? Elon asks. Two guys, and then links them right there, okay, that basically run the entire YouTube account. So basically, any content I post is edited or uploaded by them, and they just cut I get a cut of the ad rev. It's a super good system, to be honest. Almost everybody on YouTube does it. Yeah, exactly. And then Elon goes, interesting. It's like, okay, cool. Anybody of, Asmongold size, if they have like a clips channel, like that's just the way that shit goes, bro. Okay. You got somebody like him who streams 8-9 hours a day over on Twitch and actually provides value and goes through and properly responds to things, unlike other people that do similar content who just leave at periodic points and let the stuff continue to run and then just have to string together clips and cut out all the ums and ahs and like, bro, and like, die, and my uncle is like, die, and like, what if my mom's not home to give me chicken nuggies? Anyways, that's the way that shit works, okay? And then for Elon, like, I don't have it right here, but Elon's comment about this and him retweeting it, I think, or something like that. He's like, oh, Asmongold's a bought and paid for guy. Oh my God, he doesn't control who he is. He's at the behest of his editors. And it's like, even he got community noted, and Elon Musk seems to think that Asmongold is an employee with editors overseeing him. This is incorrect. Asmongold editors are actually his employees. They edit and upload his content for a revenue share. They don't control what he does. Yeah, they just clip out the pertinent points and things that they think could make a good 10 to 15 minute long video, throw it up on his clips channel, and away you go. Literally everybody does it. Everybody of a certain size and produces a certain type of content does it. It's you would think, and maybe this is like, it's a legitimate gap in his knowledge. Obviously it is. Like, the man he's got so much on his plate, including playing dozens of hours of Path of Exile. He doesn't understand this very basic concept. But I guess Grums has it right here. Okay, Elon posts Asmongold's DMs accusing him of not being independent but answerable to others in the wake of Asmongold no longer having his blue check mark, yes, which many believe was taken away. And that's why I wanted to highlight this at the beginning, because he has the blue check mark, and he also has the little red badge. And moving forward to Asmongold's actual account right here, he's got his verification back. There was all this stuff a little bit earlier in the week where, oh my God, they don't follow each other after this big dust up. And it's like, yeah, okay, after you leak DMs, you don't necessarily want to have somebody have open access to them anymore, so you just cut them off, stop following them. You're still gonna get Elon Musk's tweets. Christ almighty, I don't think I've ever responded to one of them, and they're just festooned across my feed. It's a big reason why I can't stand using any type of social media that's not YouTube anymore. It's just all kind of algorithmically insane, and it's just it's more of a burden than anything else. But he also doesn't have the little red gimmick. And that seems to have been the reason why, for at least a short period of time, Asmongold didn't have his verification badge, because there was a lot of people thinking that, oh, he got big petty about, his dust up, and he took away his verification. Well, that would be a contract breach, because in order to get that verification badge, you got to pay for X premium. Okay, you got to pay for that service. So if he's just taking that away, that would be, well, A, the height of pettiness, but B, technically illegal. It was kind of like that same stuff where, I had I think it was like some conservative consortium also claim, oh my God, we got all of our verification badges removed, but it just ended up having to do with your guys' big conglomerate where everybody was a part of that stuff. You were making some changes behind the scenes, and then, within, a few hours, you ended up getting your verification badges back. It's like, bro, if you're worried about this bought and paid for status symbol, you better go ahead and pump the brakes here real quick. It's like getting butthurt about being called out for account boosting because you don't have enough hours in your day because you're making the world a better place. But let's just let Asmongold, 42 seconds here, okay? Let's let him opine on the situation. Asmongold comments on why he and Elon are not following each other anymore.
And so, yeah, I just compartmentalize everything. Why do you unfollow you? I would assume that since I am not following him either right now, I would assume that he soft blocked me, which means that he probably blocked me and then unblocked me, which made it to where I don't follow him, and he also doesn't follow me. Now, I will have to tell you that the last time that happened to me was with an angry ex-girlfriend.
That's right, it is funny.
And so, yeah, I just compartmentalize.
Yeah, I mean, this is the height of pettiness, okay? Elon, you've been taking a lot of L's here recently, okay? And good thing Trump is getting sworn in on Monday, so you'll have bigger and better things to concern you with. So the next time that you get into dust-ups like this, hopefully it's with a world leader and somebody who's a little bit less technically savvy. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.